What are the legal challenges of cross-border data flow? Imagine sending a message across the world and wondering if it will arrive safely and legally. That's what cross-border data flow is all about. It involves moving data from one country to another, which sounds simple but is actually quite complex. Countries have different rules about how data should be handled, and that creates many legal hurdles. One big challenge is making sure you follow the data privacy laws of both the country where the data starts and where it ends up. For example, the European Union has the General Data Protection Regulation, which requires a valid legal reason for transferring data outside the EU. This could be an adequacy decision, meaning the other country's data laws are considered good enough, or safeguards like standard contractual clauses or binding corporate rules. If a company doesn't follow these rules, it can face huge fines and legal trouble. Security is another concern. When data crosses borders, it passes through many networks and jurisdictions. This increases the risk of data breaches or hacking. Companies need to use strong encryption and regularly check their security measures to keep data safe during transit and storage. Jurisdictional conflicts also make things tricky. Different countries have their own laws about data privacy, and sometimes these laws clash. If a data breach happens, it's not always clear which country's laws apply. For example, the European Court of Justice has ruled that some countries like the United States do not offer data protection that's equal to the European Union standards. This means extra safeguards are needed for data transfers involving those countries. Some countries also requiring data to stay within their borders. These laws, called data localization laws, are meant to protect national security and sovereignty. They can prevent companies from transferring data freely across borders, which conflicts with the idea of open international data flow. The legal environment is constantly changing and varies from country to country. This fragmentation makes it hard for businesses to stay compliant. New laws may restrict data exports or impose stricter rules, creating uncertainty. For artificial intelligence and technology companies, these challenges are even more important. AI systems often depend on large amounts of data from different countries. Legal restrictions can limit access to this data, slowing down development and deployment. Companies must carefully follow data protection laws to avoid legal risks and ensure their AI systems are used ethically. To manage these challenges, companies should conduct data protection impact assessments before transferring data internationally. They should also use legal tools like standard contractual clauses or binding corporate rules to set clear safeguards. Monitoring global regulations and working closely with authorities helps stay compliant. In the end, crossing borders with data isn't just about technology. It's about understanding and navigating a complex web of laws and rules. Doing so carefully helps protect data, avoid legal trouble, and keep international data flowing smoothly.